My neighbor bought a used Volkswagen Tiguan 6 months ago. Price he paid 22,000 euros. 2021 model with 45,000 kilometers. Seemed like a steal. Trusted dealership, complete history, everything perfect. Today, 6 months later, that car is worth 14,500 euros. It has lost 7,500 euros in half a year. And the worst part isn't that. The worst part is that it needs 3,200 euros in repairs for the failing DSG transmission. A known problem the seller forgot to mention. Total 10,700 euros thrown in the trash in 6 months. Today I'm going to show you the 12 used cars you should never buy in 2026. And it's not my opinion. It's real data from workshops, brutal depreciation statistics, and known failures that will ruin you. And at the end, I'm going to give you the 6 you should buy if you're looking for a reliable used car that maintains its value. Stick around until the end because car number 11 surprised even me. It's from a brand everyone thinks is premium and reliable, but the data says otherwise. Before starting, let me explain the 3 criteria I've used for this blacklist. Criterion 1, accelerated depreciation. If a car loses more than 40% of its value in 3 years, it's here. Criterion 2, known and expensive failures. Recurring problems that cost more than 2,000 euros to repair. Criterion 3, availability and price of spare parts. If parts are very expensive or hard to find, it's a problem. And now yes, let's go with the blacklist of used cars for 2026. Car number 1, Volkswagen Tiguan 2017 to 2022 with DSG transmission. Why never buy it used? The 7-speed DQ500 DSG transmission is a time bomb. And I'm not saying it, the statistics are. Known problem, the mechatronic fails between 80,000 and 120,000 kilometers. Symptoms, harsh shifts, jerks, error codes, and eventually won't shift gears. Repair cost, between 2,800 and 4,500 euros depending on the shop. And that's if it's only the mechatronic. If there's internal transmission damage, you're talking about 6,000 to 8,000 euros. Depreciation, a 2020 Tiguan that costs 32,000 euros new, today, with 60,000 kilometers, is worth 18,500 euros. Loss of 42%. And here's the dirty trick. Many sellers dump them just before the DSG starts failing. Between 70,000 and 90,000 kilometers. You buy it, and after 10,000 kilometers, 4,000 euro surprise. My recommendation, if you see a used Tiguan with DSG, even if it seems perfect, run. It's not worth the risk. Car number 2, Nissan Qashqai 2019-2023 with 1.3 TCE engine. This one is relatively new, but already has a horrible reputation. Known problem, 1.3 turbo engine shared with Mercedes has premature turbo failures. Also excessive oil consumption and timing chain problems. I've seen Qashqai with 50,000 kilometers consuming 1 liter of oil every 3,000 kilometers. That is not normal. Turbo repair cost, 1,800 to 2,400 euros. Timing chain cost, if it fails, 2,200 to 3,500 euros plus possible engine damage. Brutal. Depreciation. A 2021 Qashqai that cost 28,000 euros, today with 40,000 kilometers is worth 16,800 euros. Loss of 40% in 3 years. And the real problem, Nissan has completely lost its reliability reputation. They're not the Nissan of before anymore. Now they're problems on wheels. Car number 3, Peugeot 3008 and 5008 with 1.2 PureTech engine, 2017-2023. This is the perfect example of why not to buy used without researching. Serious problem, 1.2 PureTech engine with wet timing belt that breaks prematurely. There have been class action lawsuits in France, Spain, Italy. The belt degrades between 60,000 and 100,000 kilometers. When it breaks, it destroys the complete engine. Preventive belt change cost, 1,200 to 1,600 euros. Cost if it breaks and destroys engine, 8,000 to 12,000 euros for new engine. And here's the danger. Many used Peugeot 3008s are in that dangerous mileage range. The seller knows it and dumps it on you before the problem. Depreciation, 2019 3008 that cost 30,000 euros, today is worth 15,200 euros with 70,000 kilometers. Brutal loss of 50%. If you see a used Peugeot 3008 or 5008 with 1.2 PureTech engine, ask if the belt has been changed. If not, add 1,500 euros to the real purchase price. Car number 4, Jeep Renegade and Compass, any year. These two are simply horrible in reliability. Problem, everything. Electronics that constantly fail. Problematic DCT transmission. Terrible build quality. Engines with oil consumption. Real data. In reliability studies, Jeep is last among all brands in Europe. Last out of 32 brands. I've seen 3-year-old Jeep Renegade needing transmission replacement, electrical system repair, turbo replacement. Altogether, 5,600 euros. Catastrophic depreciation. 2020 Jeep Compass that cost 27,000 euros today is worth 11,500 euros with 50,000 kilometers. Loss of 57%. 57. Nobody wants a used Jeep. And dealerships give you peanuts for it as trade-in. There's a reason. My advice, even if they give it to you, think twice. Maintenance costs will kill you. Car number 5, Ford EcoSport, 2014-2022. This small SUV is a trap. Main problem, power shift dual clutch automatic transmission. It's basically garbage. Jerks, overheating, premature failures. Ford had so many problems with this transmission they stopped using it. But there are thousands in the used market. Transmission repair cost, 2,400 to 3,800 euros. Also, 1.0 EcoBoost engine with cooling problems. Head gasket that fails. Overheating. Depreciation. 2018 EcoSport that cost 19,500 euros today is worth 8,900 euros. Loss of 54%. And on top of that, it's uncomfortable, noisy, and outdated. There's no point buying it used when there are better options for the same price. Car number 6, Renault Captur and Clio with 0.9 TCE engine, 2013-2020. Small engine, big problems. The 3-cylinder 0.9 TCE turbo engine is a reliability disaster. Known problems, turbo that fails prematurely, injectors that get stuck, oil consumption, cooling problems. I've seen engines like these with 80,000 kilometers completely dead. Engine seized due to lubrication failure. Turbo repair cost 1,400 to 1,900 euros. New engine if it seizes 5,500 to 7,200 euros. And the trap, these cars are cheap in the used market. You see a Captur for 7,000 euros and think what a bargain. No, it's cheap because nobody wants it. Extreme depreciation, 2017. Captur that cost 16,000 euros today is worth 6,200 euros. But it's not a bargain, it's a warning. Car number 7, Fiat Tipo, any version, any year. Fiat Tipo is the perfect example of cheap for a reason. Problems, horrible build quality, electronics that fail. 1.6 multi-jet diesel engine with injector and DPF problems. DPF cleaning or replacement cost, 800 to 1,400 euros. Diesel injectors, prices on a 200 to 2,200 euros for complete set. But the real problem, these cars fall apart. Interior that creaks, plastics that break, screens that stop. Working, depreciation, 2019. Tipo that cost 18,500 euros today is worth 7,800 euros with 60,000 kilometers. Loss of 58%, and resale is impossible. You try to sell it and nobody wants it. They offer you 4,000 euros for a car you paid 12,000 for. Car number 8, Opel Insignia Diesel, 2017-2022. This is a sad case because it's a good car to drive, but used, it's a problem. Main problem, 2.0 CDTI diesel engines with injection system failures. Also problems with the AdBlue emissions reduction system. Injection system repair cost, 2,200 to 3,600 euros. Complete AdBlue system, 1,800 to 2,800 euros. And here's the problem. Many Insignia diesels were bought by companies to do many kilometers. Now they're on the market with 120,000 to 150,000 kilometers. Right when the big problems start. Brutal depreciation. 2019 Insignia that cost 32,000 euros today is worth 12,400 euros. Loss of 61%. 61. It's a company car that nobody wants as a private buyer. Too big, too expensive to maintain, horrible depreciation. Car number 9, Citroën C4, Cactus with PureTech engine. Same problematic engine as the Peugeot 3008, the 1.2 PureTech with wet belt. Problems, timing belt that fails, problematic turbo, oil consumption, preventive belt change cost, 1,100 to 1,500 euros, but also suspension with progressive shock absorbers that are very expensive to change, 1,200 euros just for shock absorbers. And the original design with plastic air bumps on the doors, they break, they look ugly, and they're expensive to replace. Depreciation: 2018 C4 Cactus that cost 19,500 euros, today is worth 8,100 euros. Loss of 58%. Also, resale is complicated. It's a weird car that not everyone wants. Car number 10, Alfa Romeo Giulietta, 2014-2020. It hurts me to put this because it's nice to drive, but the data doesn't lie. Problems: horrible electronics, constant failures. 1.4 multi-air engine with chain problems, start-stop system that breaks. Timing: chain repair cost 1,800 to 2,600 euros. Various electrical problems can be 500 or 3,000 euros depending on what fails. And here's the real problem: Alfa Romeo spare parts are very expensive, and many workshops don't want to work with Alfa because they cause problems. Extreme depreciation: 2018 Giulietta that cost 24,000 euros, today is worth 9,200 euros. Loss of 62%. It's the typical car you buy with your heart and sell with your wallet empty. Car number 11, Mercedes A-Class and B-Class with 1.5 diesel engine, 2018-2022. And here's the surprise: Mercedes, premium brand, and it has serious problems. That 1.5 diesel engine is a rebranded Renault, and it has all the Renault problems: injectors, turbo, DPF. Injector cost 1,800 to 2,800 euros. Turbo 2,200 to 3,400 euros. DPF 1,400 to 2,200 euros. And the worst, you pay Mercedes price for Renault reliability. Parts with the star are double the price of Renault with the same engine. Strong depreciation: 2020 A-Class that cost 34,000 euros, today is worth 19,800 euros. Loss of 42%. Many people buy Mercedes thinking of German reliability, but this specific engine is problematic French with expensive German logo. Car number 12, Land Rover Discovery. Sport and Range Rover Evoque, any used year. And we close with the kings of depreciation and failures. Land Rover has the worst reliability of all premium brands. Worse than Jaguar, worse than Alfa Romeo. Problems: 2.0 diesel engine with turbo failures. Problematic 9-speed automatic transmission. Electronics that fail. All-wheel drive system with breakdowns. Costs: turbo 2,400 euros. Transmission 4,500 to 6,800 euros. Various electrical problems between 800 and 3,000 euros. Catastrophic depreciation: 2019 Discovery Sport that cost 45,000 euros, today is worth 19,500 euros. Loss of 56% in 5 years. And the worst, when it breaks down, repairs are very expensive. Everything has Land Rover logo, everything costs triple. It's the typical car people buy to show off and sell broke 3 years later. Okay, that's the complete blacklist. 12 cars you should avoid like the plague if you're looking for used in 2026. But now let me give you the 6 used cars you should consider. The ones that maintain value and are reliable. Recommended car 1, Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, 2016 onwards. Legendary reliability. Toyota's hybrid system is very proven, more than 15 years of development. Smooth depreciation: 2019 RAV4 that cost 35,000 euros, today is worth 24,800 euros. Loss of 29%. Well below average. Breakdowns: almost none. I've seen hybrid RAV4s with 200,000 kilometers without serious problems. Recommended car 2, Mazda CX-5 2017 onwards. Naturally aspirated 2.5 engine without turbo. Less complex, fewer breakdowns. Excellent build quality, proven reliability. Depreciation: 2019 CX-5 that cost 28,000 euros, today is worth 19,200 euros. Loss of 31%. Recommended car 3, Honda CR-V Hybrid, 2019 onwards. Hybrid system different from Toyota but equally reliable. Electric motor drives the wheels 80% of the time. Honda reliability is among the best on the market. Minimal breakdowns. Reasonable depreciation: 2020 CR-V that cost 36,000 euros, today is worth 26,500 euros. Loss of 27%. Recommended car 4, Skoda Octavia Diesel 2.0 TDI 2017 onwards. Proven, reliable engine with millions of units running. Spacious, practical, economical, and mechanically solid. Depreciation: 2019. Octavia that cost 26,000 euros, today is worth 16,800 euros. Loss of 35%. Acceptable. Recommended car 5, KIA Sportage or Hyundai Tucson, 2018 onwards. 7-year warranty transferable to second owner. That's huge. Korean reliability greatly improved. They're not the Kia of 15 years ago anymore. Controlled depreciation, 2020. Sportage that cost 29,000 euros today is worth 19,800 euros. Loss of 32%. Recommended car. 6. Volkswagen Golf Gasoline 1.5 TSI 2019 onwards. 1.5 TSI engine is reliable. Do not confuse with problematic DSG. This one with manual transmission is solid. Maintains value. Golf always sells well. High demand. Depreciation 2020. Golf that costs 25,000 euros today is worth 17,200 euros. Loss of 31%. So summarizing everything. Avoid Volkswagen Tiguan DSG, Nissan Qashqai 1.3, Peugeot 3008 PureTech, Jeep Renegade and Compass, Ford EcoSport, Renault Captur 0.9, Fiat Tipo, Opel Insignia Diesel, Citroën C4 Cactus, Alfa Giulietta, Mercedes A-Class 165 Diesel, Land Rover Discovery Sport. Buy Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, Mazda CX-5, Honda CR-V Hybrid, Skoda Octavia Diesel, Kia Sportage or Hyundai Tucson, Volkswagen Golf Gasoline. And here are my 3 final tips for buying used in 2026. Tip 1. Research the specific model. Not the brand, the exact model and year. Search forums, known problems, recalls. Tip 2. Pre-purchase inspection always. Pay 100 euros to a Nikra independent mechanic to check it. Can save you thousands. Tip 3. Complete maintenance history. If the seller doesn't have it, bad sign. Probably hasn't taken care of the car. And leave me in comments. Do you have any of these 12 cars? Have you had the problems I mentioned? Tell me your experience. Hit like if this saved you from buying a problematic car. Share with someone who's looking for used right now. Research before buying. Your future you will thank you. See you.